even those itty bitty puppets that you put on your fingers, having students eventually use these, not just for comprehension, but to get some of that fine motor and that individual finger and multiple fingers, even things like tapping out syllables or counting them out on your arm, spreading them out. Those kind of things allow for that finger development, but also helps with figuring out how to make the syllables, how to blend, how to, when you do it, make sure that you're modeling in the correct order of how they would blend and how they would read as opposed to the opposite order. So if you need to model the opposite way so that students can kind of see this is how you would blend that, but that can help with reading development. If you're looking to ways to inspire kiddos, exciting things to do is have things like a reader's toolbox. This is a reader's toolbox. What you would do with a reader's toolbox is it's just a paper sack. Any kind of paper sack will work. You can put a little handle on it, or you can make something at the top. But what you would put in that paper sack are some lists of things that good readers do. So a reader's toolbox would include things like a list of what good readers do. You can include the different kinds of syllables in a good reader's toolbox. You can include the different kinds of comprehension strategies, the different reasons to read, just some things that you know you want them to hold on to, and you can hang that on the back of their chair or on the side of their desk as a reminder of, oh, this is something I can pull out. And if kids decorate it, they're more likely to pull it out and love it. On that same note, you can do the same strategy with making a little book, or you can make a book based off of a specific theme. This is a Tootsie Pop book, and really all you're doing is taking a bunch of paper, folding it over, hole punching it in 2 locations, and you take a rubber band and you can put anything you want in between those 2 slides of the rubber band. So here's just a bunch of paper that you've taken and you've punched 2 holes in. Then once you punch the 2 holes in it, you're going to take this rubber band and you're going to put one end of the rubber band through one hole and the other end of the rubber band through the other hole. And then whatever object you want, you can use a stick, you can use a pencil, you can use a Tootsie Pop like we did here, but even just a basic pencil would work. You can put it through one of the ends, pull this through your other hole, and once it's through the other hole, you're just going to put the rubber band through the other end. And so whatever you have then holds the book together. So if you're doing a book on a specific theme, you can use whatever's straight and long for your theme. We've done ruler books. We've done what are the rules of reading, and you put a little ruler in there. You can do candy books like the Tootsie Roll or the Popsicles or anything that allows for that book to stay together, and then you just put what's inside in that book. So this was specifically a book that they wrote about my favorite food and Tootsie Rolls, and they did pictures on that specific concept. When we're talking about reading, some other good tools to always have are reading strips. I like to make sure that the lighting, especially for those students who have dyslexia, is either natural lighting, the windows are all open, fluorescent lighting on black and white is the worst possible thing you could do for someone with dyslexia, and anyone with reading tracking disorders. So really, you're just trying to get that tracking to be a little firmer. So things you can do is you can do overlays over your paper. You can make copies on a light pink or a light blue paper. Don't do bright red, bright yellow, but if you do kind of a neutral, and don't do really dark colors, but anything like a light pink, light blue, light green, if you make copies on those kind of paper, that's easier for them. There are fireproof overlays you can put over your lights to change the lighting color to a little bit more blue or neutral or green. That also will help with that glare that fluorescent lights sometimes make. Natural lighting is always best, but if you can't get that natural lighting, those are some options. You can also buy different kinds of strips. These are easy readers. This one's ECZ, the reader strip, EZC, the reader strip, and it's from Really Good Stuff, and you can get it in pink, blue, yellow, whatever color you want. And you can get the lines in different options too, so however big your text is at that point in time. I like these for students who struggle with the tracking, to start helping them track a little easier, and then eventually you can take them away and they're able to track more fluently. For younger kids who have much bigger text, the EZC Reader Return Sweep is a better option because it's bigger. I don't know if you can see the difference between the two. It's much larger with its option for those big lines, and it's also much larger for the portion that the child is holding. So you can kind of gradually go from one to the other based on what level of text they're reading. For older students especially, these are much better than asking them to use their finger, because fingers still slide to the wrong location, but for this you have the whole entire block. So it's not just the finger, which can help with that